Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. Before we get into what's going to be in this episode, I'd just like to remind you quickly about True Trade. If you are in the trade, head over to truetrade.co.uk, check it out. It will save you countless hours and really streamline your business. If you want to know what it's all about, head over to there and you will see, and trust me, it's worth your while. Right, in this episode, we are going to be doing a lot of prep work in this garden in anticipation for, well, not this wall. Well, yeah, in anticipation for this wall, building this wall. I feel quite safe next to this now, whereas the one that was here before, as you will see, is pretty sketchy and it had to come down, unfortunately. So in this episode, we're going to be prepping this area out here, moving the hoarding back and making preparations for the guys to come and strip this down. And also, the man, the myth, the legend, Will the Roofer is going to be in this one as well. So stay tuned, guys. Morning guys, welcome back to another day on site. So there's been a lot going on. First thing you'll notice is all these have been fixed, replaced, doctored, and basically just made a much more solid floor up here. Before, this literally was all just bouncing everywhere, but now we've made it a lot more rigid, a lot more structurally sound. It made sense to do it. It was a bit of umming and ahhing whether we should or not, but we just took the time to do it, and that's it. It's made the world of difference now. Everything is nice and solid and secure. So the floor's down in that room over there. We're just going to start on this room in here now, just putting some extra noggins in just to make sure everything's nice and rigid, and then we're good to go with that. Out here, James is just working in here, so we're basically just going to get a temporary floor down in this room, because this doorway, which is here, is no longer going to be here. That is going to move to approximately sort of here-ish. The reason being, so we can get a full height door in. You can see we've got the bulkhead of the stairs there, and it's a bit of a crouch to get under that. So if we put the door here, so it can just open up against that wall, and it gives lots more space in this room, because this room will carry out to sort of here and up to those steels. So we want to make sure we maximise the space in that room. So that is that. I'll take you upstairs. So we've got tongue and groove chipboard flooring down in there. We're going to do that in here as well, get this all nice and solid. Been having a big meeting with Tony today, just to basically iron out all the creases of exactly what's going on, where things are going and what's going to be happening moving forward. This room, which is going to be the bathroom, this wall here is going, totally going. We did kind of anticipate that. That's why you can see that we've put this trimmer across here to carry these timbers, just in anticipation of this wall coming down. What that's going to do is just give us a much more seamless walk through, because this is all going to be a bathroom, so we can get a bath in there, freestanding bath in there, and then you'll walk around the corner to basically the back of there, because the extension is going to come up to this wall, so all that area in there can be a massive shower, and then obviously a toilet and basin will go in there as well. Just makes it more flowing in this room without all these extra nibs and doorways. That will then mean the ceiling will just come all the way through. We may have to have a tiny bulkhead in there. It depends how the wall plate's going to work and how we can get over that, but we can look at that later on. I'll just take you downstairs to the garden as well, because some pretty big things going on out there. Basically that wall there is very knackered and is about to fall down. You can see it's in a very sorry state. So it's basically a retaining wall, and the ground level on the other side is about here. Telltale signs are all this whiteness of the bricks, or the efflorescence, which has basically come through constantly, because there's nowhere for the water on the other side to escape. There's no weep holes, there's no drainage, there's no nothing. As we go further and further down, you can see it's getting worse and worse and worse. So previously people have put buttresses in to hold this back and obviously keep it as safe as they could do without rebuilding the wall. But as we get to here, you can see the state of it. Hopefully you're going to be able to see this, but we're actually about 7 inches out from the top of the wall to the bottom. It is pretty shocking. I'm actually really surprised it's still staying up. Because of the GoPro, it is a bit of a weird angle on the lens anyway, but there's a massive bulge in the wall. It is really dangerous. So looks like we're going to be taking this down from this point here all the way down to there. Whole thing down, rebuilt, get rid of all the buttresses, nice solid wall with drainage in, so there's never this issue ever again. It's a bit of an additional cost onto the job, a massive cost to be fair, but if that wall was ever to come down and kill somebody, it would be on our heads, because obviously it's been flagged as an issue. Out here, what we're going to be doing is clearing all this area. We're going to be moving our hoarding further back, So we increase our space in here that's secure, because if we're taking that wall down, the next door's going to be basically exposed, so we're going to need to move that hoarding further back. And also, if we are taking this wall down, we need to get all this moved. So we're going to get rid of our G-deck, because tomorrow scaffolding is going up here all the way up to there and wrapped around, ready for building this extension up. So that means we can get rid of the G-deck, or most of the G-deck, and then all this stuff that's on this side will basically move over to that side. We're going to get loads of pallets here, and then we're going to basically just get this wall down. We're going to reuse most of the bricks anyway. Whatever we can't use will go off to our crusher. Also going to get this dug out as well, back to where we need it to be, ready for the patio, because we've got nearly a full load out the back there, but not quite enough, so we might as well get this done so we can chuck that on there and then get the grab lorry to take all that lot away, and then that will just make everything a lot easier. That's where we're at now at the minute. Let's get on with it, do some work, shall we? First thing today, we're going to get our beautiful hoarding, which me and Pete spent a lot of time doing. We're going to be moving this back further out. So basically what we're going to do is dismantle all of this, hopefully get those posts out in one piece so we don't have to buy any new ones, and moving it out to approximately sort of where this line is, probably a little bit back further, somewhere like this. So we're going to have to move this pile that way. This is going to be going soon because there's some more dig out to do in there and get on there. The reason we're moving this hoarding is because this wall, like I mentioned, it's going to collapse imminently, so we are basically taking this whole thing down all the way down. If we leave our hoarding there, one, it's going to be in the way of taking the wall down, and two, this house here is going to be very exposed. So by moving the hoarding back to here, it provides a lot more security. Hi Pete. Morning. Hi, hi, hi. So we're going to move it back to here, which is basically going to provide a lot more security for the neighbouring properties. Hopefully we can get everything apart and moved over here with ease, so we haven't got to buy more posts. Saving money. We'll be alright. Yeah, we'll be able to do it. We'll be fine. So we've also got to get this area tidied completely. So what we need to do is basically move all this stuff that's here over to this side, sort of consolidate everything, get it all a bit tidier, because we've got some guys coming in next week to give us a hand, basically taking from here, from this point here, right the way down, taking this section down here, getting this all on bricks, getting it all out of the way, so then we can dig the foot in and basically build the wall back up. Once this section's built up, we can then move the next section all the way down there and get that done as well. So there's quite a bit to do. Let's get cracking. Right, so I've just done all this on my own and Pete's just been stood there. Not true. Right, so while I've been busy talking business with Tony, Pete has been busy out here and has absolutely smashed it. This is all down. He's managed to save the post, which I didn't think you were going to do, Pete. But of course you did. Of course. Yeah, just because you wanted to prove me wrong.
It was a matter of pride after that.
He's managed to get these out, which is brilliant. It means we haven't got to go and get any new posts. So now what we're going to do is move it out to here. So we're going to cut some holes in the floor through the concrete, and then what we do need to be mindful of is we have a water main. The stopcock is under there somewhere, and it runs across here. But as we found,
where the old shed was, which is where it came up to feed the standpipe for the shed.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of guessing it's sort of this line here.
So it may go at an angle across here.
Yeah, but
we'll see. We'll either find it or we won't. And if we do find it, we're going to be screwed and have to quickly get the digger and drag all that out of the way so we can get to the stopcock.
It's lead, mate. We'll just hammer it over. It'll be fine.
Yeah, wow.
It'll be fine.
Either way, what we need to do basically is make some holes there, and then we'll work out how we're going to do our gates. If we're going to keep the gates the same size, if we're going to try and make them bigger or whatever, we'll work that as we go.
I was thinking about this. I mean, we've got this sort of like bit of slab here. I think maybe go like halfway into this to get out to this point, and then that means that it'll clear this wall when it's open. 2.4 metres comes roughly to about here, and we're going to have all this lined up with
bricks and stuff.
Bricks and stuff. Another thing we need to consider, do we want it to open inwards or do we want it to open outwards? Because obviously if we have it opening inwards, we can't store anything to the 1200 mark of the door opening.
No, that is a valid point, but there's still going to be a lot more dig out to go, so we're probably going to want it to come inwards.
We need to make an executive decision on that.
Yeah. So. Let's start digging. Let's do it. gate is completed. The hoarding has been moved, so we've now got a lot more room, plenty more room for activities in here, lots more storage space for us. It's all in there now, it's nice and solid. We've also buttressed on the back like so, just to provide us not only some extra stability but also to protect the walls. This wall in particular is literally being held together by this ivy, so now it's got some integrated against like that, so it will sit there nicely and won't hit this wall. Doesn't look too special, you can see daylight through there, so we're going to end up rebuilding this, I think, just to make sure that it's nice and safe, because the last thing we want to do is this to fall onto whoever buys this house's car. That would not be good tomorrow. But out here we've basically got to get all this tied in, sorted out, all this stuff from this side cleared well out of the way, get all this squared away so it's all nice and tidy out here, and we've got plenty more room, so it's ready for this wall to start coming down, which is going to be fun. Right, let's go home, see you tomorrow. Bye Pete. Good morning guys, welcome back to another day on site, and we're looking a little bit muddy today. We thought we got rid of all this, but it's back with a vengeance. Keeps just raining overnight and spoiling our fun. It will not dampen our spirit, will it Pete? We'll be alright. Right, today we are sorting this out. It is looking very messy because we just abandoned stuff last night because we knew we were moving everything out today. So like I mentioned earlier on, all this stuff from this side is basically going to go over to this side. We're going to get a nice mixing area set up here, move as much as we can over that way, and just basically clear this side totally in preparation for 4 more people coming next week to basically help us remove this wall, take all this wall down. So yeah, that's going to be entertaining. So yeah, like I say, we're basically just having a good tidy up, get everything tidied up, move over to this side, get it all squared away so it's ready and everything's working a bit more efficiently. We're going to get some boards down on the ground, get all this covered up as much as we can, because the last thing we want is mud everywhere, traipse some mud all into the house, because we're at a good stage now, so we don't want mud. We're fed up of mud. Mud is bad, mud is gone. Also what we need to do is get rid of this section here, just basically chip this out to where our patio is going to come, so we can get that up the back, get it on the grab lorry and get it gone, and we'll get some more pea gravel in here and get all this stuff covered over finally, so that's all properly covered and protected, and that should be it for the day. So let's crack on. Right then guys, so we've got all this area as clear as we can for now. There is still some stuff over here, but we're going to get that moved in a bit once we've done this dig out, because we need to get this area clear now, ready for the patio. Obviously we need to get the machines in here to get rid of the soil. Once that's done, then we can move the remainder of this stuff over to that side. There's going to be a nice little mixing area here for the brickies, and then just a general area basically. We've got some boards to go down here, so that when we're doing this demolition we're not in any of the mud. We want to try and keep this as clean as possible, eliminate this, because nobody likes the mud. Well, pigs like mud and stuff like that, but we don't. If you remember from a previous episode, we found a nice little drain which runs through approximately sort of here-ish. We've decided to stay at least a foot away from that with our dig out. We'll come right up, and then we can obviously build our retaining wall in front of that then. When we come to do this wall, we are going to have a little bit of a problem because this drain comes through here underneath, so when we come to dig our foot in, we're going to have to basically dig either side of it and then bridge across it with some lintels, or we'll come up with something with the structural engineer to find out exactly how we're going to get over this problem. But the drain is sort of here-ish, so we'll just have to basically cross that bridge when we come to it, no pun intended. Right, what we're going to do now is basically just dig this down to the level of this pea gravel, right the way back to wherever we can, and then just basically get all this area cleared, get this out there onto the pile which is just out there, and then we can get another grab in, get rid of that, and then we can crack on getting all this area finished, and then we're ready for the brickies and all the guys that are coming to take this down. Let's do it. So what we've done here is basically expose this lovely repair job that we did on this old drain here, and what that's done is basically shown us now how far we can come to. Where you can see this drops down here, that is pretty much where we're going to take it to. So we'll just straight this bit of land off here and then just come across at this angle, like leaving a good foot away from this, because we don't want to disturb that at all. We do not want a repeat of what happened there before. So we're basically going to end up pretty much in line with the edge of this buttress, or the edge of this concrete here. Just shave this line off right the way down to that level there, and then we're good. This area's all done. We can get some pea gravel back in here, get this all covered over, and then job done. That will be left until we are ready to do the patio. No more mud. Apart from this bit, there's going to be quite a bit of mud there, but we won't talk about that at the minute. Let's just leave that, shall we? Right, let's carry on digging. The other day, my combi drill, I tried to drill the steel out and it burnt out, which was very unfortunate. And Pete...
Hilarious.
Hilarious, yeah, Pete found it hilarious. Because obviously on Makita, Pete's DeWalt, these are our teams. We don't like football, we like brands of power tools. So Pete's impact driver has just packed up, to which I found it very hilarious. Until we found out on closer inspection, this is the problem.
Yeah. Gone through it with a steel saw.
Whoopsie!
So yeah, I had the thing lying on the ground, put the steel saw next to it, the thing's fallen on its side and it's caught it, so yeah.
That's knackered.
Yeah, that's it. No, Matt Superblue's going to sort that out, but never mind. So
bit of insulation tape, mate.
Yeah, that's it. I think that violates a 3-year warranty, don't it? So
I mean, it's worth a try.
Yeah. But yeah.
On that note,
that's karma for me laughing at you, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Right guys, so I've got this dug out as far as I dare to go, because I do not want to be disturbing what's under there. We all know what's under there. This is as far as I'm going to go with the machine. What I'm going to do now is basically just cut a nice straight line across there, sharpen this edge off so we're down to where we need to be, and then I can scrape the rest away then with the digger. But obviously I just need to break it away just to make sure it's all out of the way by hand with this, because the last thing I want to do is break through and disturb any of that that's under there. So let's get it done. Right guys, that's it for today. We're done. So you can see you've got all this area prepped and ready now. We're scraped down to the level we need to be. Got a ton of pea gravel sat waiting for the morning, so we can get that thrown down on these areas, get these pipes covered over, and then we can get some MOT down in this area here as well. We're gonna have a bit of a scrape back over here tomorrow, and then make sure this is basically ready for all the guys that are going to turn up to take this wall down on Monday. Tomorrow we've also got Will, the roofer. He's back and he's going to strip the rear elevation up there. He's going to get all that stripped off for us and get all the tiles put from there on the front. When I say get the tiles put on the front, I mean taken off and just put on the front of the scaffold, because we've got various work to do up there on chimney stacks and stuff like that, so we don't want all the slates put back on yet because we don't want anything to get damaged. So he's going to come strip the back off, and then we can do some of the relevant work that we need to do up there on the rafters to make preparations for the new roof, which is going to be on this extension, which will come out this way up here. But obviously I can go up there and show you. So yeah, that's it for today. We are done. Tomorrow is Fright Friday. Fright Friday, Pete. Yes. Loving it. Right, see you tomorrow. So we're back on site, and today is a very special day. Yet again, we've got the main man, Will, back on the roof. Yes, mate.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. You joined us for a fry up today, mate?
Yeah, man. Definitely having a fry up.
Yes.
Friday fry up, mate. 100%. Where do we get it from, John?
Aubrey Allen.
Aubrey Allen.
Standard.
Mate, actually, I don't think I've had a...
Really?
No, I've not had one yet.
Oh, wow. You're in for a treat, mate. You're in for a treat.
I better be, mate.
No beans, though. No beans.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, really? No?
No beans?
Oh, the look of disgust on Will's face.
Have we got a microwave on site?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go and get some beans.
Yeah, we'll sort some in.
We'll get some beans, man. We get some Heinz beans as well, man. I can't deal with it. I'm a brand.
Oh,
whore.
no. Branston.
Mate, I'm a brand.
Let us know in the comments, Branston or Heinz.
Yeah, or your cheap, local, crappy bit beans.
It's got to be...
Mate, it's Heinz all day.
Yeah, but they don't
man.
have the sauce isn't as good.
Mate, no way. It's Heinz all day, man. Heinz all day. I don't care. And that's tomato sauce as well. It's got to be Heinz. Sometimes HP brown sauce, and sometimes I might go with a daddy.
Or a bit of a daddy's.
Bit of a daddy. But beans, bro, it's got to be Heinz beans, bro. It's got to be.
Branston.
Anyway,
right, so today Will is here to strip this roof off. Any slates that are good are going to go on the front of the house, like I mentioned before, and then we're going to be putting new on the back. What we need to do here, so where we're stood now, if you can look down there, hopefully you can see this, that is where the extension is going to be. It's going to come out to over here, well, there it is, and that's going to come right the way up to the wall plate level here, and then our new roof is going to join into this roof. So there's going to be a pitch roof on the extension which will splice into this roof here. So Will's going to get all this stripped off, get all the weight off it, get all the old felt and batten off, and then we're going to basically just put plastic over the top of this, because underneath here, where you can see where the rafters are, we've got to do some remedial work to basically bulk these up and make sure they're nice and strong and sturdy up to approximately this point here. So basically half the roof pretty much has got to be reinforced, ready for this new roof to come in. So what that means is if Will just covers this over for us, we can just peel the plastic back, do the work we need to do, get it covered back over until we're up to wall plate here, and then we can start putting this new roof in.
I will say this as well.
Go on.
It was going to be a flat roof, a day's work, yeah?
Yeah.
And now there's a pitched roof with lead and detail. I'm a bit busy, guys, you know what I mean? A little bit busy, but you know.
He's a very, very busy man, and he's also very agile on the roof, apparently.
Still got it, man.
Braver man than me, put it that way.
42, bro, still got it.
42.
Hiking them mountains, brother.
That's what it is, keeping you young.
It is, mate.
Yeah.
Apparently one day John's going to come with us, apparently.
One day I will. I'm also a very busy man.
Is your foot alright, is it now?
Yeah, I'm fine now, mate.
Yeah, let's go then, come on.
I had a broken foot, walked it off, didn't I? Right, we've got lots to do, we've got to crack on. I'll leave a sexy little time lapse set up there on Half Naked Will, and you can watch him work his magic.
Yeah.
Right, that's it guys, the end of another episode. In the next episode, the buttress that was here, we're going to take that out, and it is a nightmare. You'll definitely enjoy watching us ripping that thing out. Also, the old wall gets taken down, as well as lots of other updates from around the house. So, if you have enjoyed this video, the usual thing, give us a big thumbs up, hit subscribe. Most of you that watch this video are not subscribed, and we're so close to 100,000. We could get over that massive milestone with your help. Take care guys, see you next time.